What is up, guys? Stark here. In today's character spotlight, we are taking a look at a character I should have done a long time ago, and that's going to be Scathach, or however you pronounce her name. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I'm not even going to try, so we're doing her, and I'm going to throw her pictures on the screen for you guys to see. She's got some really awesome artwork in my opinion. She's definitely one of the characters I want to get the most, and hopefully at some point I can get her. Hopefully before she becomes irrelevant. I don't think that'll happen, but who knows? Hopefully I will be able to get her at some point. So moving on here to her stats. So she's going to be a Lancer, so she will be strong against archers and weak to sabers. And she is a 5-star servant as well. So she's going to go up to level 90, and her stats at level 90 will be 1,375 attack and 14,825 HP. Now I'm going to do something a little bit different here with the stats and stuff. So I'm going to say the rank of each of the stats so you guys have a better idea of where that character places as far as overall stats go. So for her, she's going to rank at number 3, and when I say this is only the current ranking as of recording this video. So in the future it could get, you know, misplaced, but as of recording this video, she ranks 3rd in max HP and she ranks 9th in max attack. So she's top 10 in both categories, so she definitely has some of the better stats in the game. Now this isn't counting the grails and stuff like that, so it's just base attack at max level. But if you do decide to grail her, she's going to go up to 12,452 attack and 16,241 HP. So that's pretty cool. And then the total overall max attack you can get will be 14,452 and 18,241 HP. So you're looking at some really nice stats for her overall, regardless of which way you decide to do this. So now let's go ahead and move on and take a look at her servant skills. She's got some really nice skills, and her first skill is going to be the Wisdom of Scathach A+. I probably said that wrong too, but it is a self buff, and it has a 80% chance of increasing critical strength for 3 turns, and an 80% chance to increase critical absorption for 3 turns, and it will also allow you to evade attacks for 1 turn. Now unfortunately this is a RNG based skill. Although it is high at 80%, there's still a chance that it can fail, and anytime a skill can fail, I'm not a huge fan of it. But if you can get the skill to trigger, it is really good. So not much else to say there on that. It is a really good skill, but it does have the drawback in the fact that it doesn't always trigger, even though it is a really high percentage. Although you do evade attacks regardless, so you know there's always that, even if you don't get it to trigger. Her second skill is going to be the Primordial Rune, and this is going to increase quick card effectiveness for 1 ally for 1 turn. So you get to pick and choose who you want to use this on, and this is really nice. And the buff is really nice as well. At level 1 it's 30%, and at level 10 it's going to be a 50% increase. So that's really nice. You know, get that little bit of boost in quick card effectiveness whenever you choose. So yeah, pretty good skill overall. Moving on here to her third skill is going to be the Godslayer B skill. This is a self buff, and this will increase damage against divine enemies for 1 turn, and it will also increase damage against undead enemies for 1 turn as well. So that's really good. It's a 50% chance, or not chance, it's a 50% increase in damage at level 1, and then at level 10 it's a 100% increase in damage. So if you're going up against a divine or an undead enemy, then you're going to be doing some serious damage with this character. Moving on here to her class skills, she only has 1 skill, and that's going to be the Magic Resistance A skill, and that will increase debuff resistance by 20%. So nothing too special here. It's only 1 skill, but it can help, you know, prevent you from getting debuffed, which is always really nice. Moving on here to her Ascension and her skill enhancement materials, she's going to need some bones, some dust, some talons, and some hearts for her Ascension. And then for her skill enhancement, she's going to need some dust, bones, feathers, and demon hearts as well. I think that's going to be the new standard for me for doing skill enhancement and regular enhancement material or Ascension materials. I'm just going to say what you need and then move on, because I've run out of things to talk about with these. Anyway, moving on here to her command cards and her Noble Phantasm. She's going to have 2 quick, 1 art, and 2 busters. So you can primarily use her in a quick or a buster team, although I would probably lean more towards the quick setup. But you can put her in buster. You can really do whatever you want with her, honestly. And then her Noble Phantasm is where this character really shines, in my opinion. She's got an amazing Noble Phantasm. and it's going to deal significant damage to a single enemy, and then it will also stun that enemy. And if you are on the overcharge, it will have a chance to instantly kill that enemy. So that is just, it's a lot in that. And the stun chance isn't on the overcharge, so it's always going to trigger, and that's always really good. So if the enemy doesn't die by the stun or the instant kill, then they're going to get stunned, and you're going to do a pretty large chunk of damage as well. So it's a really nice skill to have, especially effective against bosses. So she's definitely going to be one of your boss killers. She does have an interlude quest as well that you can do to go ahead and power up the Noble Phantasm. It's just going to increase the damage, but it's already doing a lot of damage, so any further increase in damage is always going to be really nice. But I do not think it's currently available on the global version at the moment. So moving on here to her craft essences that you can use with her. It's at level 10 Bond, you're going to unlock the Overlooking the Haunted Realm craft essence. And while equipped, this will increase quick card effectiveness of all allies by 15% while in the field. So it is your generic quick card increase. You're probably not going to use it. Ideally, you want to use like a Kaleidoscope or the Halloween Princess craft essence. I just completely forgot the name of it. Oh, Halloween Princess. Okay, yeah. So you want to use something like that to get her Noble Phantasm started early, to go ahead and use her Noble Phantasm as quickly as possible. Because, you know, some of the harder quests you might have to use it and then have enough time to recharge it back for the boss stage. So that's always really nice. For the Halloween Princess though, I probably wouldn't necessarily recommend using it unless you have it limit broken, because then you'll start with 50% for your Noble Phantasm gauge at the start, and then it also increases your Noble Phantasm strength by 20%. So you're getting the best of both worlds there, starting with your Noble Phantasm at 50%, and then you're getting the Noble Phantasm increase in damage as well. So if it's limit broken, I might consider using it over Kaleidoscope, especially if you have you know, an alternate character in your team like Waver, who can increase your Noble Phantasm gauge quickly. That would be a pretty good idea if you do have it maxed out or limit broken though. And then you could also go ahead and use the Victor of the Moon craft essence as well. Now this is a bit of a high risk, you know, high risk, high reward type of thing, where it plays heavily on her first skill, where it will increase Buster card effectiveness by 10%, which is not really what you want, but you want the increase in critical hit strength by 20%. And if you get that to combo with her first skill, then you're going to be doing tons of damage, but it is a high risk, so it's up to you if you want to decide to gamble with that. Personally, I would just settle for, you know, Kaleidoscope or the Halloween Princess, but that's just me. I don't actually have the character, so I can't mess around with her and play with her, but maybe one day I'll pull her. If not, I can just use friend supports and use her that way. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this video here. I was actually planning on doing Mordred today, but I don't have any friends with Mordred, and I'm kind of surprised by that. And then I did a multi-summon to see if I could pull her, but obviously that wasn't going to happen, and I failed miserably to get it. I didn't even record the multi, so that sucked. But yeah, if you guys have Mordred, please add me. I would really like to do a character spotlight for her. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave you guys here with her Noble Phantasm. Don't forget to check out the new Discord server that you guys should have seen. I made a video about it a little bit ago. But yeah, if you haven't seen the video, there's a new Discord server that I made primarily for Fate, you know, talk about the game and all that stuff. So I'd definitely love to see you guys there. It'd be a lot easier to communicate with you guys and talk about future videos and things like that. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I will see you guys next time I make one of these videos. So I'll see you guys later.
ゲイボルクオルタラティブ